I want to share something for those of you that are going through some really hard times right now. You're going to see me looking over to the side here because I'm looking at my notes that I took from church. But today, our pastor covered Isaiah 11, 1 through 10. Isaiah has this vision, and even in the midst of despair of Israel, he still has this grand vision. The pastor's going on and reading these verses, and he starts talking about a personal story with him and his wife. They have this plant, and the plant was like flourishing. Then all of a sudden, it starts withering away. So he digs up the soil, and he notices that the root is like this big ball. He decided to cut that big ball of roots so that way it would have room and space to grow and expand. And once he did that, it started flourishing again. And in Isaiah, he actually compares the situation in Israel to that of a stump. Isaiah knows that there's going to be something great that grows out of this stump. And I wrote down here that it's even a miracle that Isaiah can have this vision because of just how bleak Israel looks. Sometimes things come out of that bleakness. Sometimes you have to cut back in order for the new to grow. Kind of like that story of what my pastor was saying where there was a ball of roots and he had to cut it back before there's new life that can come up. It's not by might and it's not by power, but it's by the wind that blows across the stump, the wind being the Holy Spirit. God doesn't allow us to be torn down. He may allow us to be stretched and to go through hard times, but there's a pruning going on. Our God grows things out of dead stumps. Now listen to this. He refers to Job 14. Now I'm getting ready to wrap this up. So Job 14, and I am going to Job 14, 7 through 9. And I'm reading out of New Living Translation. Even a tree has more hope. If it's cut down, it'll sprout again and grow new branches. Though its roots have grown old in the earth and its stump decays, at the scent of water, it will bud and sprout again like a new seedling. Today spoke to me because all of us, I know each of us, it doesn't matter if it looks like big or small to somebody else, but it is our stump. It seems like it's dead and lifeless, like there's no real hope. How can something come from where we're at? To me, what this says is that if you have the vision, it's clearly the truth and it's going to come to pass, but we have to see it through. We have to believe, we have to hold the faith. That even though it looks bleak right now, that's not what's going to be. And we know the same thing even with our life, our friends, is we start pruning away those dead branches, the friends who were only there if we were partying or if we were drinking, situations, things that you cut away. But from that pruning, new life came and an even better one.